right, good morning, Cyber Traders. Happy Tuesday and happy Halloween, everybody. Hopefully, did everyone remember it's Halloween? I don't know if everybody. I was just asking my wife. I'm like, "Where's all the candy bars?" You know what I mean? So, it's so funny now. It's not even like the little candy bars. I had to buy the big ones, so make it more exciting. But good to see you, Kathleen Grant. Good to see you all. Everybody on YouTube, Facebook, welcome back. Big day coming up. First of all, it is kind of crappy out there. The Dow is flat. I mean, we're up an inch, up 1 point. I don't know what, listen, really concerned about what's going to happen with the Fed announcement that's going to happen. We got Apple that's coming out with earnings on Thursday. Everyone's excited about that. So, listen, we got classes that going on today. I got phase 3, you got Traders Talk at 11. So there's no better time to learn than now. So, but everyone get ready for trick-or-treating, okay? Everyone hopefully got all their candy and decorated their houses. But before we do that, let's go out there and do some trading, see what's happening. A couple of things that are moving in the market. We're going to check them out. First of all, we'll talk about what happened. I know that earnings came out on Pinterest yesterday. You could see Pinterest did really, really well. I was looking at level 4, and, there's this really big seller that's been holding it down since 7 o'clock this morning at 29.50. We're going to show you that in a little bit on level 4. So got a little bit of a kryptonite at that resistance levels. As much as you might think you see it on the long-term chart, you're not seeing it unless you're seeing on that level 4. So let's go over and talk about what happened yesterday, because there were a couple of decent moving stocks. It was okay. I thought yesterday we had a big rally. I mean, the market, let me just bring up the Dow up there. We had a huge rally, and we were up about, 500 points, some crap like that. A lot of support at that 32.50. But I'll tell you, I really didn't see it on a lot of stocks. I mean, only very few that made some decent moves. And I think a lot of the moves that came out were because of the ones that got crushed so bad yesterday. But they weren't up huge. I mean, listen, I'll just shoot out a couple of brand names out there. And what was some of them? Google, for example, you could see it. I mean, Google got crushed. It was down to 120. It was at 124. A little bit of a pop right there. What'd you have? You had NVIDIA. That was just really didn't go anywhere. NVIDIA got crushed. Apple, I mean, you could see not really that much going on out there. So that big move, I don't know where it really came from. But a couple of things a little bit I just noticed that looked pretty good. Everyone see what happened with gold? Gold was over 2,000. I'm pretty happy about that. Got a little gold laying around. So that one moved up pretty nicely. Listen, the longer it holds here above 2,000, the better it is. Listen, and also, we all very aware what's going on in Israel with the war there. Been a lot of rumors going on, a lot of people talking about that. Longer that this war continues, if the Middle East starts getting involved, keep an eye on oil stocks, keep an eye on oil in general, commodities, things might go up really, 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 really high, okay? And remember, the reserve here that we have here in the United States, we already depleted it by half what we used to keep inflation down. So you know what? That's got to be filled up soon, okay? So they used that oil to kind of bring down inflation, and it worked. But you know what? When you keep taking money out of the savings account, and now you're down to where you're not in a safe haven, you got to put it back. So we're gonna see what happened with that. So hopefully it's not going to be as bad as we see that people are predicting it to be. But there's no better time than to be a day trader. That's the key part about it. Doing what we're doing right now is what's making it very exciting as a day trader, because listen, those catastrophes make our opportunities. Another stock I want to bring up that did move up pretty decently yesterday, a little bit on the slow part. AMC had a nice little move from $9.20 up to $10. Decent move. Listen, 80 cents over the course of the day is not really our forte. It was more or less right here in the morning that made its big move. That was not bad. A couple of really nice shorts. A lot of you probably heard about what happened with the unions, with the car companies. Listen, they got crushed. They really did. When that thing got settled, you thought, oh, okay, hopefully that'll be a good thing. Remember what I told you yesterday? The most expensive part of a company's bottom line is employees. Okay, that's the most expensive part about it. So that didn't work out too well for them, but they had to do something. So they signed it. And listen, You might look at Ford as a 52-week low, but we were talking about this yesterday in live trading. This stock during COVID was all the way down was all the way down to the $3 price range. You can see it right there. So that was a pretty big crush right there. Tesla also got a very, very big hit yesterday. It had a little bit of a pop up this morning, but Tesla down to 220 at 210, all the way down to $1.94. Let me tell you a little bit about Tesla. So I don't know if anybody knows this, but there's a warrant, which if you're in a trading room, you probably know that. So there's a warrant. There's an ETF on it. Not a warrant, more of an ETF. They have their own ETF, TSLL. So if you can't afford the stock, you could trade this one side by side. One thing that was pretty cool about Tesla, which we learned a lot. Okay, so you guys were here that we had a lot of you here that were here for our on-site class. Some of you did the webcast. And the Tesla trade, I want to tell you something that was really cool about it. Remember, we had a big seller of 150,000 shares on Tesla. I think it was at that 250-ish price range, and it hit it and just came coming down. So these are the things that you learn about following the money, which we talk about reading the future on level 4. So, and by the way, if you're here watching on social media and everything, just make sure you like us and friend us if you want to come and see some more of those. Actually, tomorrow I will be doing on Thursday, we're going to be doing an event on it. So if you want it, there's that QR code. Just click it on that. Just take your phone, scan that QR code on the top left-hand corner, or you can click on the link that we have that we just posted in the chat to register for it. But it's very important to follow those orders, because that Tesla trade, if you were a swing trader and you didn't see that, if you were an options trader and you didn't see that, guess what? You're down about 75 points right now. And that's a lot, speaking on the Tesla side. So, and listen, as much as Tesla's down below 200, at the beginning of the year, it was at 100 with the stock split. It went to 300. I mean, that's a pretty substantial move right there. But I'm telling you, I'm really nervous on these EV stocks. Listen, Ford came out and said some ridiculous number that they lose $40,000 to $50,000 per EV car, okay, that they're building. There was also something that said that if you compared an EV car to a gas car, it costs about $16 to $18 a gallon to run an EV car, because a lot of people are not factoring all the electric and everything else. So I don't know what's going to happen. And first of all, we don't have the infrastructure. So EVs, be very careful regarding about what's happening in the overall on the EV cars. So, and then now with the war going on, with gas going up, this could get a lot of fun for us traders. I'm going to put on the flips on the positive. It could get a lot of fun. Now, what's going on today? Okay, what's moving on as a day trader? What we're looking for. So we know what's going on with Pinterest, and I want to bring up the Pinterest level 4 right here, and you could see right here that we have this big iceberg order for 21,000. He's been sitting there, and you got another big seller right here at 30. So the sellers are out there, and this is only in pre-market. Now, Pinterest is obviously going to be on our watch list, pins. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on that. So we got the pin trade right there. You could see we have the resistance levels there. It was good in pre-market. Aftermarket yesterday had a really good move, even when it didn't do a slingshot. What I liked about this stock too, I want to bring this up. Do you guys notice what happened? Oops, hide this, hide that. See what happened right here? What a great little Fausto flag. And we're going to talk a lot about that in phase 3, and we'll talk about pin 2. But the stock gapped up a lot, 24 to 29. That's a really nice little overnighter due to what's going on in the market right now. Listen, if I was up that big and seeing the trend in pre-market, I think this stock could be more of a short than more of a long when the market opens up. So we'll keep an eye on Pinterest going through it. Now, what else we got going on there? We're going to put Tesla on the watch list also, because Tesla's taking a really big hit right now after what happened yesterday. It had a little bit of a move this morning, but I like Tesla to trade it because it's got great iceberg orders. And the reason why you have so many iceberg orders on level 4 is because there's so many great options that trade on it. Now, I did an event. I did post something on my Instagram. If you will look on a video I did on Tesla. So if you haven't watched it, go there and make sure you watch it, because I show you that big iceberg order out there. And if you weren't focused it back then, guess what? You're taking a hell of a hit right now. So I'm going to put Tesla on the watch list, and the Tesla warrant, TSLL, also going to add to it. There's one stock that's getting crushed just to this today. And, it's this stock right here, SRPT. So when I bring up the list right here, you can see stock is 200. It was $110. It's down to 60. Stock is down 44%. It is getting crushed. Guess what? It's a pharmaceutical stock. Okay. We all know pharmaceutical stocks do not come back, but it is up a lot. Always getting nervous with pharmaceutical stocks. I don't know what it is, but every time I see these things, I'm always getting nervous when they get that expensive because they don't come back if there's something happened to it. So can you get a dead cat bounce? I don't, you know what? Looking at level 4, I'm not really seeing it. I'm not really seeing the level 4 right here that much. Okay. Not at all. So the orders are not really there. The issue that we have this morning, it is absolute garbage out there this morning. So I really don't have a choice to put it on my pre-market watch list. So we're going to put that out there, SRPT. Now, look what's going on in the big percentage gainers. So you have this one stock right here that just gapped up, SPRC. Let me bring up the level 4. It's cheap. It's got a little bit of a big spread. SPRC. Level 4, we got a couple of iceberg orders that did show up. You could see it right here around just below 8. You got another one at 750. Not big orders. So don't let this $7 stock fool you like, oh, I could afford a $7 stock. Horse crap. This stock right here, it's got a little bit of a big spread, small tier sizes. Be very careful of this one. Unless you're a level 3 trader, we're not, you should not be trading it. But that is the biggest percentage gainer right now. Second biggest percentage gainer is only up 11%. That's how bad it is right now. Because I don't know if everybody's waiting to see what the Fed's going to come up with tomorrow. Third biggest percentage gainer of the 20,000 stocks out there is only 8%. That's where it starts getting bad. Okay, that's when we have an issue. Now, we got another stock that just showed up on my watch list right here that's getting crushed. Once again, what is it? KTRA. It's pharmaceutical stock. Whatever happened on that news that came out, obviously not good at all. So what do we got going on here? Jesus, we don't have, these sellers keep dumping it. Look at it. Seller. We got a little bit of a buyer here, but what the hell is 7,000 shares? You know what I mean? 280,000. I don't know. That's a pretty bad catastrophe for that stock right there. Sometimes you might get a little bit of a dead cat bounce. We'll see when the market opens up. We'll check it out. A couple of people here on YouTube asking me. We're going to get to Vince. We're going to check out your stock BP in a minute, but just want to see if there's anything else out there. SRPT, we already know about that one. Pets, down 27%. Big spread. Man, a lot of stocks getting crushed right now. CDT, that was one that we watched yesterday, coming down even lower. I'm not really crazy about that. Wolf, this stock took a big hit from $70 down to $30. It's up a little bit. Obviously, looks like earnings announcements came out on it, seeing how it moved right at 4 o'clock. Wolf, big spread, 16%. I'm not sold on that. PIN we already know about. That's the second biggest percentage gainer. ANET, another earnings announcement yesterday. I'm not trading $192 stock. Okay. AAC, I don't know what the hell this is all about, but this stock looks like it was, I don't know if this was a buyout or whatever. I know that's pretty weird. Boyle is going up. Okay, so Boyle, we traded Boyle before. I like Boyle. The Boyle is moving up pretty decently right now. Be careful on a day trade. On a swing trade, it's a little bit easier unless it's active. On the New York side, on the losers on the New York, complete garbage out there. All right. Let me see. Vince, you had BP out there. Let's check that one out. It's not really, BP's taking a little bit of a hit. Not really a big fan of it. It's down $1, 400,000 shares right here. We'll see. We'll see what happens, Vince, when it opens up in the morning. But I'll probably put this on my B or C list. Not really on my A list. Anything else, everyone? I think that's about it. All right. So don't forget 2 very big important announcements. We have phase 3 today. Okay. So if you want to get in, we just posted a link. Only students are allowed. If you're watching on YouTube or on social media, like us and friend us. We're going to be live again. We'll do Traders Talk. We're going to be doing a 1-hour presentation teaching you how to trade, what happened in the market. That will be at 11. And we'll be back here. Remember, we're here live every morning at 9 a.m. and 2:30. And you could always click on that QR code up on top or click on that link. You could join us for our event that I'm going to teach you how to trade, or come feel free to join our room whenever you want. All right. Anything else, everyone? Market opens up about 15 minutes. If you're a student, I'll see you in the trading room. Josh and Rich will be running the trading room. I'll see you guys in class. Everyone else, see you back here at 11 o'clock. All right. Or hopefully you want to join our trading room. We'll see you then. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading and be safe, and happy Halloween.